Everyone needs something that's round with a hole in it. Tires. Well, hello everyone, long time no see. Today, I'm changing things up a little bit and doing a tire video. Now, the reason I want to do this tire video is this is a set of tires that I have run before, and this is another set of tires that I have run before, and I will tell you the differences between them. Now, if you look at the sidewall on this one, this is a Goodyear Territory MT, and if you look at the sidewall on this one, this is a Goodyear Territory MT. And so the question might be, what's the difference? And one of the big ones is this one says Wrangler on it, and this one does not. And you might say, well, why is that? This one is the Bronco specific version. If you buy a Sasquatch package Bronco, this is the tire that comes on it. Now, Ford did not want their Bronco specific tires to say Wrangler on them, so when they got Goodyear to make this tire, they just put Goodyear on both sides, whereas this one, as I said, you see Goodyear and then Wrangler. Now, there are a lot of differences between these two tires. We're going to go over them briefly, just because if you're looking at this tire in any other size than this one, this is the tire you get. Now, if you look back to my old videos, the LR3 build I did, this was actually the tire I put on it. So, as I said, I have experience with both of them. Now, there are a lot of differences between them, and what I will try to do here is actually just bring these side by side and show you the tread pattern differences first. So if you come in nice and close, you can see it's a similar type of tread pattern. It's a fairly aggressive all-terrain, fairly deep lugs, but there is like completely different siping. The tread blocks themselves are different sizes. I would even wager to guess that the compound is a little bit different. I think the Bronco ones are just softer than the standard version. So as I said, if you order the Goodyear Territory MT in a 315/70 R17, this is what you'll get. If you order it in any other size, like this is a 305/70 R18, you will get this tire. Also, this is the same version that comes on the Ram TRX, so it will be familiar to a lot of you. Now, we won't keep talking about this tire other than, I'll just say quickly, it was a pretty decent tire. Its weakness was mud, but that's true to most all-terrains. And other than that, it was pretty quiet. And for the time I had it on the LR3, and for the time I had the LR3, it was a good tire. But we're going to focus on this one because, as it said in the title, budget. And if you want tires for your Toyota that are 35s, now these are a small one, and you are on a budget, this is a perfect tire for you. The reason is so many people are pulling these off their Broncos from basically it rolls out of the showroom. They pulled these off and then they sell them. You can get these tires for much, much cheaper than anything else in its class. Now, you might think, does that come with some downsides? It does, but it also comes with some good things. These tires are C-load rating. Now, if you're heavily into rock crawling, if you're having really sharp stuff stabbing into your sidewalls all the time, C-load rating might not be for you. However, if you like to wheel a little bit lighter, you are more kind of camping, overlanding, that kind of thing, the nice thing about a C-load rating tire is they tend to ride better, they're a bit softer overall, and they are very light. These ones are especially light. I have actually not found a lighter 315/70 R17 tire. Now, I did mention before, these ones size out a little bit small, and that was big news in the Bronco world for a while because everybody's like, they said they came on 35s, and they don't. Most 315/70 R17s are called 35s but don't actually measure out to 35s, but these ones are a bit smaller than most. So just keep that in mind. Now, this video is very Toyota focused. As you see, there's a 4Runner behind me. That's my brother's 4Runner. You will see that later on. We will do a full build walk around, and it has been running these tires. So one of the nice parts about being a smaller 35 is it's easier to fit. You can fit these without all the modifications you would maybe need for a very big 35. And then the weight. Toyotas are notoriously underpowered. This one included. Even if you're re-geared and stuff, they just are not fast. So a light tire just brings that rotating mass down and helps a lot. So we were running these tires without gears for a while, and honestly, it was quite manageable. Obviously, it's better with the gears, but even just factory gears, it felt pretty good for 35s. Now, we will get into more specifics. We'll take a close look at this tread pattern again. So, benefits of this tire: the weight, they're cheap, and another surprising one is they are not winter rated However, they were actually phenomenal in the snow. If you look closely here, I'll just grab some of these lugs and you'll see, like, I'm just pinching these and you can see the siping just squishing together. The compound is quite soft and there's a lot of siping. Now, the one thing I will mention is the siping is not all full depth. So once you've run these for, a season or two, your traction will go down because there will just be less rubber and less siping. But for not being winter rated, I think that was just Ford not wanting to pay for the test and the certification for the winter rating. But when I drove on these actually ranked towards the top of the all-terrains that I've run, and I've run quite a few sets, and they were actually better than some of the winter rated all-terrains I've run, even though they don't carry that rating. So just keep that in mind. Even if you're in a place that gets some snow and ice, these perform quite well. Not obviously as well as a dedicated winter tire or a studded tire, but I was very, very happy with them. So those, I would say, are the main pros to this tire. Now we will go through a few of the cons. That softer compound that I just showed you also means that they wear a little slower, or a little faster, sorry, than some tires. So you'll just have to decide, because you can get them so much cheaper than most other tires in this size, it might balance out that even if they wear a little faster, it might end up that you still come out ahead. So just know also, if you're going to put these on a really heavy vehicle, that will also affect them. I ran these on the Bronco, I put them on an FJ for a little bit, and then I put them on a 4Runner. So it was nothing super heavy, but if you put them on a full-size truck, just don't expect that they will last quite as long. The other thing is they do have a bit of a hum. For being an all-terrain, they make some decent noise. Just on the highway, they're pretty quiet up until about I guess I was thinking kilometers an hour, but maybe about 60 miles an hour, and then they'll start to hum a decent bit, and as they wear, that will obviously increase. Now, it's not an annoying wah, wah, wah type sound. It's just more of almost a white noise, tire noise, because different tires make different kinds of noises, and these ones are quite manageable. It was not super annoying, but it is something to keep in mind, because there are definitely all-terrains that are much quieter. So then, yeah, the durability side of things, that's another downside, because, yeah, the carcass is a bit softer, so it depends whether that's an upside or a downside to your specific scenario. I just didn't want to keep running these on the Bronco, one, because I was going to bigger tires, but two, because just with the way I wheel, I wanted something with a little bit more beef to it. But yeah, other than that, this is just sort of your budget option, especially for a Toyota owner. And the reason I say they're so good for Toyota owners is being a bit lighter, being a bit smaller, it just works really well. I mean, that's why they created them this way for the Bronco, is because, it never hurts gas mileage to have something that is just gonna rotate a little easier. And yeah, that's pretty much all the info I have, but it's just interesting that there are actually two versions of these tires out there in the wild. Most people do not know that, and I was actually surprised when I found out properly about it. So you can't judge these two tires the exact same, but these ones are definitely the budget version for your Toyota. They come in a great size. The load rating will ride nicely, and you should be able to fit them fairly easily for a 35. Well, I hope you found that video somewhat enjoyable and informative. I have been a big fan of tires ever since I was little, even on my bike, and then once I got to cars, I researched a lot about tires, and I have a horrible, horrible habit of changing them very frequently. But that's allowed me to try a lot of tires. If there is a specific tire you are interested in, there is a chance that in the future I could do a video on it, or maybe I will already have personal experience with it. So just feel free to put that in the comments below. Now, I will be doing other build walkarounds on the channel. As I mentioned, the 4Runner behind me, that's my brother's. That's going to get a full build walkaround. It's a limited, and it's been built for, going to the mall or fighting off zombies. Either one works, but it's a really nice truck. So it will be a full build walkaround to that. The Bronco build, there's been a little bit of radio silence on that one from my end, as I haven't been posting, but that is about to go through the last stage and the best stage of its build. So once that's on the channel, that will be like the top of what I'll be doing with that one. And then for all you Toyota people, the FJ will be back at some point. It's not yet, but it will be. And in between that, there might be a couple other exciting things. So yes, if there's any other tires you want to know about, let me know, and I'll see if I can get to that at some point. And then, as always, feel free to subscribe if you enjoyed the video or any of the past videos, and I will see you next time.